General Science, Standard 6, Chapter 5, Substances in the Surroundings, Their States and Properties. Let us continue. Various uses of changes in physical state. 1. Candles are made by melting paraffin wax. 2. Solid carbon dioxide, that is, dry ice, is used to make ice cream and to keep it frozen. 3. Liquid nitrogen is used in animal husbandry. 4. Sand, that is, silica, is melted to make glass. 5. Metals like gold and silver are melted to make ornaments. 6. Iron is melted to make tools. Sublimation. Iodine crystals do not melt on heating but change directly to the gaseous state. When the fumes of iodine hit the walls of the funnel, they cool to form solid crystals of iodine and stick to the funnel walls. Thus, on heating, iodine does not melt and change to a liquid but directly changes to the gaseous state. The change of a solid substance directly into a gas or vapor without first changing into liquid is called sublimation. Properties of substances. What will happen if pressure is applied on substances like chalk, brick, alum, glass, or a Rajgiravadi? These substances break into small pieces or particles. Such substances are said to be brittle. This property of substances is called brittleness. Take an iron nail, try to pierce a cardboard sheet, wet mud, and a piece of wood using the nail. What happens? The nail easily pierces wet mud, but not the piece of wood. It can pierce the cardboard sheet with some effort. Why does this happen? The hardness of a substance is determined by how much resistance it offers to the substances being pushed through it. Stretch a rubber band and let it go, or apply pressure on a piece of sponge and release it. What do you see? The rubber band and the sponge go back to their original shape. Some substances change their shape when a force is applied on them, but return to their original shape and size when the force is removed. This property is called elasticity. Take a flat metal sheet of the size of a notebook, holding it at an angle, put a drop of water, honey, and gum at different places on the board. Observe how they flow down the slope. Liquids flow downwards on a sloping surface. This property is called fluidity. The fluidity of any liquid is determined by how easily it flows. If two blocks of the same size, one wooden and the other of iron, are weighed in a balance, How would they compare? The mass of different substances having the same volume can be different. This difference is because of the difference in their densities. Between substances of the same volume, the ones with greater density are heavier than those of lesser density. Take a glass of water, add some salt, fine sand, and sugar to it, and try to dissolve them. Repeat this, replacing water with kerosene. What do you observe? Some solid substances dissolve in a particular liquid. If a solid does not dissolve in a liquid, it is said to be insoluble in that liquid. Example, salt is soluble in water but insoluble in kerosene. You know of many beverages made by using water and soluble substances. The property of a substance of getting dissolved is called its solubility. When we can look through a substance and see things on the other side, then that substance is said to be transparent. This property of the substance is called transparency. Glass, some types of plastic, clean water, and air are transparent substances.